we live? Hey man, welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose Man. Y'all know what I'm here for, to bring you another edition of my starting five on DraftKings and FanDuel. But before we do that, man, y'all already know we got the lineup review going over my starting five from the previous day's slate, just breaking down how we did in our thought process on yesterday's slate. So we're going to get into that, but please hit the subscribe button and pretty please hit the like button for your boy, man. We haven't gotten to 50 likes on any videos. Can we get this one to 50 likes, man? It takes no time, man. Just a quick little click right there on the thumbs up button, man. It helps me out a lot. It goes a long way. It's greatly appreciated, man. So if you've been tuning in, checking out the content, please hit the thumbs up for your boy, man. I ask a little gesture that goes a long way. It's greatly needed and greatly appreciated over here, alright? So let's get into this breakdown, man. Last night was an okay night for us. Won like $30, man, as my man Dame Dollar carried us to the cash line everywhere. Alright, this is my best lineup with updated starting five, man. This is the $1.20 max right here. Put up 283, 284 basically. If you caught the updated starting five yesterday, you know I went with Damian Lillard, Marcus Smart, Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, and Marc Gasol. Alright, start at the top with the man of the hour and the man of the night, Damian Lillard. Got him right at 17% on right here. Lovely. Nobody was on Dame Lillard. He was probably my favorite play last night. I had a ton of Damian Lillard, as he put all my lineups over the cash line in this matchup against the Denver Nuggets. Gave you 92 DK points, man. Put up a monster. 55 real life points. Hit 12 threes. Also gave you 10 assists, man. Dame with a monster performance. You gotta love that. Highest performer on the slate last night at 17% on is why we found the money over here, alright? Coming in at shooting guard, we went with Marcus Smart. Got him at 38% on, just in an up-pace matchup against the Brooklyn Nets. We knew that the Nets, the Celtics guys were gonna have to play hard if they had any chance of being in here and winning this game. It was gonna take big performances from guys like Smart and Tatum. Thompson would have to put in solid performance, but Marcus Smart was just okay. 29 DK points, just not nearly enough, as the Nets handled them pretty easy. Next up was Kyle Kuzma, 24% on. Now we went Kuzma anticipating he would get the start and Anthony Davis absent. Once I seen he wasn't starting, they went with Morris. I started to move off of Kuzma, but I just said I just left him in there and figured he might come in at a little lower ownership, especially with him not starting. And he had the potential to come in and get hot and hit a few shots and give us a decent number at that 4,600. So I rolled the dice and left him in there. Probably should have, in hindsight, should have got him out once we seen he wasn't starting. But right at 24% on, he just gave us 16 DK points that the Lakers got crushed. So he didn't get as much run as we anticipated, and he didn't start like we anticipated. So didn't work out for us right here in this spot. Power forward, wanted to go Jason Tatum. Just another pay-up spot. I felt like you was going to need two pay-up options tonight, as it was some sneaky value plays. Well, I ain't going to say sneaky. It was a couple of value plays across the board with guys like Gasol, Pritchard, Harold. You didn't know how that Lakers big man rotation was going to go, so all of those guys were in play. So with it being some value plays out there, I felt like it was going to be two pay-up options. So we wanted to go to Jason Tatum right here to pair with Dame Lillard, as we knew Tatum was going to have to give you another big performance. He gave you two in a row, 70 and 60, and if they wanted any chance of winning and being in this game, Tatum would have had to give you a big one. Got him at 37% on. He gave us 55 DK points. Solid, but not nearly enough for this 10K price tag compared to what some other 10K guys gave you. And then coming in at the center, Marc Gasol, 30% on right here in the $1.20 max. Just crazy stat. Like the blowout killed him, but He played 10 minutes, gave you 10 fantasy points, and had 5 fouls. Just utterly ridiculous. If the game had been close, he might not have made it all the way through. But I mean, I was okay getting the Marc Gasol right here, 3,600. I knew he was gonna draw some ownership. Very cheap right here. As you needed cheap guys to get your pay up options in, and I thought he at this price and with decent ownership, I figured hey he couldn't kill us too bad, so we just threw him out here and. Like I said, he fell for it, but we can live with it. Still found a way into the money. Round out the rest of my lineup. Went Peyton Pritchard, another value guy. We knew guys would be on with no Kemba Walker. Felt like we knew he was gonna see an increase in minutes, maybe increase in usage with him. Like I said, with no Kemba Walker, but got him at 37% on just 14 DK points. He let us down over here, but like I said, 3,200, that type of ownership is not gonna kill you too bad. Finishing up my lineup, wanted to get a little different. Aaron Gordon, 5,300 right here. He's been giving decent performances. We felt like he could have a big performance here and there, and I've been rocking with him all series. And he finally came through in a double overtime game. So he gave us a nice double at 14 points, 10 boards, right at 9% on. Gave us pretty much 36 DK points. Very solid for Aaron Gordon. And the play that hurt, man, Yusuf Nurkic, we probably could have finished a little higher. Nurkic at 16%. Didn't think he would come in this low, but the ownership was down on him. He gave us a solid double-double, but fouled out of the game, man. In a double overtime, we could have used those extra 10 to 12 minutes because he fouled out with like 2 to 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So we could have used those extra 13 minutes, and he could have really crushed his price tag, but can't do anything about fouling out, man. Like I said, right at 31 DK points. Luckily, he got enough done that he didn't kill us before he exited the game. That was our night over here. Like I said, decent night, but let's get on to tomorrow and what you guys came here for, man. See what I'm liking tomorrow. Got a nice 4-gamer tomorrow, man. All right, they slid the extra game in there on us. Pricing is tight tomorrow, man. Very, very tight. It's little to no value right now. So you're going to have to keep your ear to the street and see how the injury news goes and see what the starting lineups look like to try to find some value. But pricing is very, very tight right now. So, but at the point guard, I want to go right to Ben Simmons, man. We know Embiid is doubtful. They probably will not play him as they still have a handy lead on the Washington Wizards. They can afford to rest them another game and not worry if the Wizards win or not. So as they have a 3-1 commanding lead in the series, but with no Embiid, I want to go to the main two. I want to go to the main guys with Philly. I'm not gonna mess around with the Seth Currys, the Danny Green. I might have them in some spots, but for my core, I'm gonna get right to the heart of the team. And Ben Simmons is one of those guys. I'm gonna go to at 8,100. He's gonna have to step up. We saw him have big performances the first couple games of the series. The last couple, he's been rather down, like 30, right around 30 DK points in the last two, but anticipating him staying up, stepping up here with no Embiid. They're going to need him to get to the rack and score a little better, especially they want to get this over with in 6 and get the Embiid a little more time to rest here. So definitely want to look at Ben Simmons right here for 8,100. Coming in at the shooting guard, I want to go Bogdanovich from the Atlanta Hawks, 6,700. Listen, he's just a shooter for the Hawks, man. He's the scorer, but he adds rebounds and assists in there well. He can get it done in a couple of ways. But that's the thing I like about him, and he has yet to really have a big scoring night, man. He's been scoring high teens, 17, 18 points. The guy can really fill it up, man. I think he may have a big shooting performance in the Garden tomorrow, man. I'm thinking maybe 23 plus points, and if he does that and get the peripherals that he's accustomed to, he can give you a nice return on this 6,700 price tag. So get you some Bogdanovich from the Hawks tomorrow. Coming in at small forward, going to Tobias Harris. I told you I'm just messing with the big dogs over here on Philly, man. Give me the main two guys that I know if they're going to have a chance at winning, that these two guys are going to have at least a solid game for them to be in. And then Tobias Harris should be the primary scoring option with no Embiid on the court. So I look for a little correlation from here. You know, Ben Simmons feeding a couple of assists to Tobias Harris, and just want to pair them two together as I like those guys going in this matchup against the Washington Wizards. Coming in at power forward. I told you pricing is tight. It's not the most comfortable of plays going with Gallinari. 4,400 right here coming off the bench. But here's why I want to look at him right here. One, we know he should get 20 to 25 minutes. He's coming off the bench to score. He's their main scorer. He's their main scorer off the bench, like their version of a 6-man over there. And so I know he's gonna be looking for his shots. And if he can hit a couple of them, he's definitely gonna keep shooting. And also, we got DeAndre Hunter. He's probable, which means he should play, but anything can happen with that knee. If it doesn't just feel right or he gets in the game and hits it again, that's another path for Gallinari to pick up a few extra minutes. But I don't mind getting to him right here at 4,400, especially anticipating him seeing 20 to 25 minutes anyway, with a possibility to see a little more depending on how things fall, all right? And then coming in at center, listen, I know no Embiid. Guys are going to want to get to some Dwight Howard, maybe some Mike Scott, but who knows, man? You don't know how to when Embiid went out, Mike Scott started or came into the game for him and saw the majority of the men between him and Dwight Howard. You don't know how they're going to do over there at those Philly centers, so I'm going to avoid it altogether right now unless I feel a little different closer to lock, but I tell you what, who Embiid being out does help, and that's Daniel Gaffer, man. He moved into the starting lineup again. Moved into the starting lineup last time out. I'm anticipating him staying in there as he just vibes better with these with the Wizards starting lineup. Him and Westbrook running in transition, catching oops. I like him, and the reason I want to go to him here, another reason I want to go to him is no Embiid, man. So that means he should be able to avoid some early foul trouble and really get full run on his first rotation. We saw him exit quick last time out. He picked up 2 quick ones trying to guard Embiid. No threat of that. They're not going to run the offense through Howard or Mike Scott, whoever they start at the center. If they start at Mike Scott, he got a distinct size advantage and really should be able to hit the boards on him. And if they start Dwight Howard, he should be able to use his quickness and beat him to some rebounds and things of that nature. So I want to look at Daniel Gaffer right here, hoping the ownership is down on him and people elect to try to get one of those 76ers centers right. I'm going to let the public try to deal with that, and I'm going to go Daniel Gaffer from my end, all right? So there you have it, man. My starting 5 for DraftKings: Ben Simmons, Bogdanovich, Tobias Harris, Danilo Gallinari, and Daniel Gaffer. Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm digging over there, you heard? Now, FanDuel, pretty similar. At the top, going Ben Simmons, 8,500, man. Listen, anticipating him just coming out more aggressive, trying to get to the cup, trying to get some layups, pushing the team and transition, get some easy fast break points, as you know, no Embiid, so no real need to get in the half court set, nobody to feed it through. So I expect this game maybe to play even a little faster with no Embiid tomorrow. If you betting guys over there, definitely gonna like the over tomorrow in this matchup. But get you some Ben Simmons. Coming in at shooting guard, I want to go Paul George, 8,800. Listen, the pricing tough on FanDuel tomorrow, man, and then having to play 2 guys at every position, it makes it a little tough tomorrow. But I like Paul George right here, 8,800. Prices has went up on him since the start of this series, but him and Kawhi is the main 2 guys over there, man. As they go, so do the Clippers. I have no problem getting the Paul George for the 8,800 right here. I think this is a solid value. I think it's still a solid value left on the bone over here, this 8,800 price tag. Coming in at small forward, right back to my boy Bogdanovich, man. Listen, 6,900. I told you he's the primary shooter. He's the primary scorer. I'm expecting him to have a better scoring output. As he hasn't really, like I said, he hasn't really had a big one this series, and just could be overdue. I just feel it. I like this play tomorrow, man. It's the old gut instincts call right here. I'll get you some Bogdanovich tomorrow. Coming in at power forward, the guy I want to take a look at, Kristaps Porzingis, 6,600. Gonna see 30-plus minutes. He's not shooting the ball well and not rebounding the ball well. And I'm anticipating him to come out to play, especially with Luka nursing a neck injury. I know he's been hearing the chatter about him not holding up his end of this tandem over here for the Mavericks. They saying they got Luka playing 102 going against Kawhi and PG-13. I think he comes out and tries to assert himself a little bit. If he just need to see a couple fall, he's a solid shooter. I just don't know why he hasn't shot well in this series, and I need him to get on the glass more, man. He's only getting about 4 or 5 rebounds when he was averaging close to 9 boards a game during the regular season. He just gotta get in the fight more, man. Luka's out there fighting by himself. I'm expecting him to join in the fight tomorrow night, especially at this 6,600 for a guy who should see 35, maybe more minutes, depending on how the game is. I'm gonna take some chance on Kristaps Porzingis and get him in a few lineups tomorrow, all right? And at the center spot, center's so rough tomorrow. I'm just gonna get the Rudy Gobert. He's just been solid, very consistent. Definitely been out playing Valanciunas as far as fantasy wise. Center is tough, man. Like I said, with no Embiid, it's really rough out there. I'm gonna go with the security of Rudy Gobert here, man. I'm not gonna play around with any of those other guys. All right. There you have it, man. My starting five on FanDuel: Ben Simmons, Paul George, Bogdanovich, Kristaps Porzingis, and Rudy Gobert, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool. You know I'm going to have them in mind, man. Be sure to go follow on Twitter. Link is in the description of the video. Don't be afraid to hit me up asking me your questions, man. You can ask them in the YouTube comment section. You can ask them on Twitter, man. I'm here for y'all, all right? That's going to do it for us here tonight. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I see y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.